It's certainly cold outside here in the month of January. It is a Friday night here in the state of Indiana. Luckily, we have enough hot dogs inside of this Case Arena to keep us warm here on the ISC Sports Network and the Hot Dog Network as the Frankfort Hot Dogs get set to take on the Bison of Benton Central. Alongside Joe Rook, I'm Kurt Darling. Joe, good to be with you here tonight for some good hot dog basketball here as they try to continue a pretty hot streak, having won 5 of their last 6 games.
Likewise, Kurt. Glad to be here. Good to be with you. Looking forward to tonight's game. I think we're in for a good one. Both teams off to a good start. Benton Central coming tonight 11-4. Frankfort, as you mentioned, a good weekend. This past weekend they got 2 wins over conference rival Western Boone and county rival Rossville. So riding a 2-game win streak, coming in 6-6, trying to get over 500 this evening.
Meanwhile, the Benton Central Bison, they come into this contest 11-4, but they have lost 2 of their last 3 after coming off of a loss to McCutcheon just last night. Before we go any further, we'll pause for a quick timeout. When we come back, starting lineups and keys to the game right here on the Hot Dog Network.
Finding affordable, quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there is now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment.
Hi there, I'm Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we do Query and Schultz on ISC Sports Network. And Derek, unlike Ted Lasso, we have a 3rd season.
That's right. Season number 3 right now, ISCSportsNetwork.com. You can see episodes on Comcast 81 as well, Mondays at 7:30. I'm talking about our show, Jake, this beloved show that people tune into every single week. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, so many ways to watch Query and Schultz every Monday, 7:30. Tune in and hang out with us.
And you don't have to be a goldfish. You'll remember everything we say.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Welcome back inside of Case Arena here in Frankfort for tonight's IHSAA boys basketball action between the Frankfort Hot Dogs and the Benton Central Bison. So, Joe, let's go ahead and not have any further ado. Let's look at the starting lineups for tonight's contest as we get going with the Benton Central Bison. Going to be going here with their usual lineup with one key absence, though. That is Dawson Brock. He is out of the lineup tonight. Going to be going with Aaron Lambeck as well as Hunter Sisson, Ryan Foster, and Seth Plummer as well as Caden Hardebeck. What stands out to you when you look at those starting 5?
Well, as you mentioned, Dawson Brock being out is one of the 2 double-digit scorers for Benton Central. Hunter Sisson coming in averaging 14 points and Dawson Brock averaging 12. So having Dawson Brock out of this game could come into play tonight for the Bison. See what they can do with that.
Of course, Brock has been dealing with a few ankle injuries all season long. There you see the full roster under head coach Ben Lambeck, who is in his 2nd season as the head coach of the Benton Central Bison, but he has been there for the last 8 seasons, moving up through the ranks as he has gone through as well, coaching his sons along through that as well. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the Frankfort Hot Dogs starting lineups here, again under new head coach Dave McCullough in his 1st season, 619 wins in 39 years as a head coach. Again, going a little bit differently here tonight. You got Doug Wood along with Kai Kirby, Quincy Perry, and then Victor Cruz and Alex Farley, the sophomore, getting the start tonight.
Absolutely. Looking at the Frankfort starting 5, you might notice that Jay Strode not starting, be coming off the bench tonight. Jace, the leading scorer, coming in averaging 15 points for the Dogs tonight, but he'll come off the bench, so use that for a key for the Hot Dogs. The other starter that is averaging in double digits is Kai Kirby, 12.7, so basically 13 points a game. So those are two players that Frankfort will be looking for keys tonight.
Of course, one of the key players for Frankfort, Kai Kirby, shooting 48% on the season. Of course, kind of up there, right on par with the rest of the team, shooting about 46% so far through their first 12 games. Meanwhile, here, Joe, needless to say, a big game here tonight as Frankfort tries to continue the momentum that they've really built up, especially since they had a really horrendous start to the season, going 1 for 5. What do you expect to see from them now going to try and keep that momentum going against a tough opponent like Benton Central?
I think the thing for Frankfort, the keys for them, Kurt, has been their defense. They've really ratcheted up on the defensive end. That seems to jumpstart their offense. So let's see what Frankfort does tonight. Are they going to start out with their man-to-man? Are they going to do some type of trapping zone? Interested to see what they're going to do, because looking forward to a real good game tonight, Kurt.
The fist bump there at center court between Aaron Lambeck and Victor Cruz to get this thing going here inside of historic Case Arena. We are underway here on the Hot Dog Network. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight for some Friday night high school basketball. Benton Central going to get things going here right out of the gate. And there you see Hardebeck going to feed it now to Sisson. One again, a sophomore just like his counterpart Alex Farley for Frankfort. You're going to see two sophomore big men going down low, as you'll see a big drive by Ryan Foster. Sisson with the big offensive rebound. And now the Bison will reset on offense.
Sisson had a good offensive rebound. Frankfort able to poke it away as he just did here.
Almost a steal there by Quincy Perry. And the ball is going to sail off the back of one of the cheerleaders out of bounds, and it'll be Frankfort basketball.
Frankfort came out there in a hot trapping zone defense, trying to get a turnover, and they sure did. Benton Central first turnover of the game.
Both of these teams are certainly used to playing on the road. In fact, Benton Central, they played the entire month of December on the road, whether it be neutral site games or at opponents' gymnasiums, just like right here. And they were fed a lot of that from Alex Farley to get things going from behind the arc.
Good ball movement by Frankfort. Farley cashing in on a three-pointer. Good start for the Dogs.
Trying to feed it inside. A nice grab by Sisson, but he's double-teamed. And the defense pays off, which has been the big marker here for the Frankfort Hot Dogs over the last few games.
That's the thing that Frankfort has been hanging their hat on, their defense, and looks to be a good start for the Dogs on that end as well.
So once again, you see Alex Farley bring it up court. Again, he likes to live behind the arc, so says Coach Dave McCullough. But one thing he's been really trying to do is get him to feel things out down low whenever he can get him a good opening. Back to Farley again on the wing. And Perry can't quite handle it there on the cut at the free throw line. It goes out of play. And the official says that it is hot dog basketball.
Frankfort caught a break there, went off the Benton Central's player foot out of bounds. So close to turnover, but the Dogs retained possession.
So a fresh offensive set here for Frankfort. And here is Kai Kirby going down the right side of the lane, loses the handle, and he coughs it up and turns it over back to Benton Central.
Benton Central off to aggressive man-to-man defense starting out the game.
So one turnover apiece here for both of these teams so far to get things going. Again, both of these teams kind of in the feel-out stage here in the early going. Loading up the three is Hardebeck. Actually, he pulls it back down at the last minute, goes inside, and Lambeck kicks it back outside. The three from Sisson doesn't go. Here comes Farley with a full head of steam, and he wisely backs out to set up the offense. Here's Cruz down low and tries to find Doug Wood. He can't handle it.
Maybe 1 minute extra pass there by Frankfort. Had a shot, but turned it down for another, what they thought was a better shot.
And almost a turnover. It is a turnover there for Benton Central. The stingy defense here for Frankfort paying off in the early going. Kirby feeds it inside to Doug Wood. Can't get the and one, but he's going to go to the line.
Good cut through the lane there by Doug Wood, and good. Here we get to see it where almost an opportunity for a three-point play, but go to the line for 2 free throws, Doug Wood.
So the free throw line is somewhere that Wood has struggled this season. He's only shooting 47%. And case in point right there, I guess might be able to call that the broadcaster's jinx. I'll take the hit on that one.
Take the hit on that. We were hoping for a reverse psychology on that, but did not work.
Meanwhile, we see Benton Central's Dawson Brock check into the ball game. He's been nursing that right ankle all season long, and he'll come off the bench here tonight for head coach Ben Lambeck. Second free throw goes there for Doug Wood. Makes it a 4-0 ball game here with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Some stingy zone defense here from Frankfort. Lambeck harassed in the paint, and they're going to call a foul on the floor here on Frankfort. It's going to be Farley picking up his first on the night, the team's first. And again, the inbound's going to be tipped across the mid-court line by Frankfort. And so Foster will bring it back up. Down the lane goes Lambeck. Kind of harassed from behind, and it's going to be a turnover. No, it's going to be staying here with Benton Central.
Benton Central doing a concentrated effort, getting the ball in the middle, trying to start their offense.
It's about 4.5 minutes left to go here. Quarter number one, a steal on the inbound there by Farley. He pushes it ahead now to Doug Wood, uncontested off the glass. A 6-0 run to get things going here for Frankfort, and Benton Central is going to call a 30-second timeout. Much needed timeout there for Coach Ben Lambeck's squad. So while we have a moment, tonight's broadcast brought to you by Healthy Communities of Clinton County Coalition, which was formed in 2006 as a partnership of healthcare providers, service care providers, educators, and community leaders who were interested in addressing issues of health in the Clinton County community. Now, over 15 years later, the coalition is still committed to making permanent changes by encouraging policy systems and environmental changes with the desire to always make the healthy choice the easy choice. Learn more at healthyclintoncounty.com. Once again, alongside Joe Rook, I'm Kurt Darling. Joe, your thoughts on these first opening minutes here for Frankfort?
Well, what we talked about pregame, Kurt, Frankfort's defense had been much better, much improved here of recent. Has created 3 Benton Central turnovers for a quick 6-0 lead for the Hot Dogs. Good start.
So now Benton Central going to try and recover here from a slow start. Again, they're coming off of a tough loss to McCutcheon just last night. That was a 48-47 result. Quite rare you see teams playing back-to-back Thursday, Friday night games, and Benton Central finally able to break the stalemate there with Joe Widmer getting it from behind the arc. Halfway home here in quarter number one. Perry tries to feed it down low to Doug Wood, and he dribbles it off his foot. And that's turnover number 2 here on Frankfort.
That was a good look by Perry, just happened. Poor Doug Wood, a little bad luck there, dribbled off his foot out of bounds.
Foster working it back up again. Widmer tries again. 2 for 2 is Joe Widmer from behind the arc. And just like that, it is knotted up at 6 apiece.
Benton Central getting good movement off their zone offense.
Another turnover by Frankfort. Hot head of steam again comes Widmer. He's been doing it all here for the Bison, but instead he puts maybe a little bit too much effort into that one, and he turns it over on the other end.
Noticed on the last possession, Benton Central bringing out their man-to-man a little further out, picking up Frankfort as they come across the 10-second line.
And you can certainly see that right here. Playing further away from the basket here is Frankfort off of this tough defense from the Bison. Perry pulls up from the free throw line, and the bank is open for Quincy Perry.
I didn't hear him call bank, but it counts.
Say, are we playing horse or basketball here? Kirby off the steal, lays it in there for the Hot Dogs.
Good hands, Kai Kirby. Leading the Hot Dogs in steals, picks up another.
That's now 4 turnovers for Benton Central. Foster back outside. Widmer for another 3. Instead, he sends that over the backboard, and it'll be going back to Frankfort once again.
Widmer's three-pointer there had a hand in the face, a little different than the two previous, so Frankfort needs to pay attention to number 5 for BC as a good three-point shooter.
This is a much-needed home game here for Frankfort as they're in the middle of a stretch of 5 games where they play 4 of them on the road, where they had a loss at Lebanon and then coming off of 2 straight wins against Webo and Rossville, and efforts like that certainly helped in those right there from Victor Cruz.
Great pass, good lead pass into the lane. Cruz cashing in on the layup.
Foster going back and forth with Brock. Feeding it inside. Foster splits the defenders, coughs it up. Turnover back to Kirby. And then a turnover back again to Benton Central as it goes out of bounds off of Frankfort there. Both teams really pushing the pace here over the last few minutes.
Yes, get it. If they pick up a turnover, they're wanting to push the ball as quickly as possible down the court. Frankfort created the turnover, but Daesh gone if they didn't turn her right back over.
It's been a game of spurts so far. It was a 6-0 run in favor of Frankfort. Then Benton Central came out of a timeout on a 6-0 run. Now we're back to another 6-0 run for Frankfort. Brock puts it up top to Lambeck. Off the glass, just off the mark. And Cruz is going to be drugged to the ground, and they're going to get a foul here on Benton Central. Give that one to Seth Plummer, picking up his first. And again, looking at the replay there, almost looked like it may have been a jump ball.
Could have been. Frankfort will take the foul and get the possession, come down and see if they can build on their 12-6 start here, Kurt.
Both teams have not committed many fouls here in the early going, 1 apiece. Perry almost loses the dribble, has to get rid of it. Kirby splits the defenders, trying to get inside. This time, they're going to call a foul on the other end, and it'll be against Benton Central once again.
I think Benton Central's man-to-man, Kurt's going to give Frankfort some problems. They're quick of foot, quick hands. Frankfort's going to have to take care of the ball.
Of course, this is a Benton Central team that won the Highland Hoops Fest earlier this season, which is a holiday tournament up in the region where you play teams such as Kankakee Valley, Highland, and Griffith. Talking to Coach Lambeck earlier this week, he said that was such a physical tournament. They play a different type of basketball, so needless to say, Benton Central's ready for physical play if need be.
Absolutely. A good feather in their hat. I'm sure Benton Central winning that tournament.
Kirby gets the roll and gets the and one.
Excellent drive, Kai Kirby. Opportunity for the old-fashioned three-point play. Here we see him able to get that ball up and in the basket.
He didn't even have possession of it. He just kind of shoved it up in the air and it went in.
Yeah, I think you're right.
As they say in golf, there's no pictures on a scorecard. Well, needless to say, we have pictures of it here, but it still counts. 5 points for Kai Kirby in the early going. Final 45 seconds here of quarter number 1. And another turnover here by Benton Central. So that has really been a struggle here for the Bison. 6 turnovers here in the first 8 minutes.
Right.
That's nearly a turnover a minute so far in this ball game. And Frankfort has certainly been taking advantage of it.
Looks like Frankfort probably willing to take the last shot of the quarter here.
Kai Kirby playing some keep away here with the Benton Central defense. Here's Farley. Off the screen, looking for his shot, goes down the lane, floater on the way, and he gets the one-hopper. 5 points now for Alex Farley. Final couple seconds are going to tick off. Shot doesn't go to end quarter number 1. A good start here for the Frankfort Hot Dogs, 17-6. Going to quarter number 2. Back in a moment here on the ISC Sports Network and the Hot Dog Network. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Ardente Dental, which offers a high-tech dentistry with a personal touch. Our team of all trained and knowledgeable in many areas of dentistry. We believe strongly in continuing education to provide our patients with the latest technology and techniques, and we look forward to providing the highest quality of dentistry achievable not only to you, but for your family and friends as well. Visit ardentedental.com for more information. Ardente Dental. Healthy smiles start here. Welcome back inside of Case Arena here alongside Joe Rook. I'm Kurt Darling. Joe, needless to say, this is probably one of the better starts that we've seen out of the Hot Dogs this
Frankfort
season.
Had a great first quarter there, Kurt. Turning Benton Central over 6 times on that ball. Their trapping zone defense has done a good job creating some opportunities for them. So we'll see what Benton Central adjustments they'll make here in the second quarter.
Again, the Hot Dogs trying to get to above 500 for the first time here this season. They are sitting at 6-6 at the moment. And needless to say, even though they are at 500, this is one of the better starts that they have had in recent years under first-year head coach Dave McCullough.
Nice backdoor and a pass.
And they shut the back door right there with Kai Kirby. 7 quick points for him.
Frankfort set that play up at their timeout. Good execution getting that bucket. Start of the second quarter.
Benton Central trying to stop the bleeding here. They go inside to Aaron Lambeck, and he gets fouled. So you're going to get Victor Cruz picking up his first foul, team's second of the half.
Getting the fans getting a look at that. Benton Central, as we mentioned before, doing a really concentrated effort trying to get that ball in the middle to start their offense.
So the first foul shot falls there for Aaron Lambeck. He is the first player not named Joe Widmer to actually score here for Benton Central. He has both of them fall down. That also breaks a big scoring drought here for Benton Central. They were scoreless over the last 3.5 minutes of that first quarter. Getting inside here is Strode. He did not play at all in the first quarter. He has been in and out of the starting lineup this season as well. And needless to say, having him in now will really give them an extra presence down low.
It will. He's done a great job for Frankfort this year, but you can see there the first couple times he touches the ball, he's got players coming at him from all angles.
Nice finish there by Cruz.
Good out-of-bounds play by Frankfort, creating an opportunity for Victor Cruz, 2 points.
Cruz has only played 6 games this season. This will be his 7th. He's averaged 7 points a contest through those games. And Benton Central in desperate need of a field goal, and they get it right there with Dawson Brock.
Little pick-me-up there for Dawson Brock, as we didn't know for sure if he was going to play this evening.
Timeout taken here by Frankfort. It's going to be a 30-second timeout here taken by the Hot Dogs. While we have a moment, tonight's broadcast brought to you by FiberHawk, which is now available. FiberHawk Fiber Internet. Super fast speeds, no more buffering, perfect for all sizes of business as well. FiberHawk offers every speed to meet your internet needs. For more on offerings and availability, go to fiberhawk.com or call 765-922-HAWK. Fast, affordable, FiberHawk. So needless to say here, Joe, Dave McCullough taking a timeout here, maybe just kind of, maybe a little bit of housekeeping taken here by the coach.
Maybe he saw something there he didn't quite like on that last possession, but as we mentioned, or at least I mentioned, that we weren't sure if Dawson Brock was going to play tonight. He kind of had a bum ankle. Big three-pointer there for Benton Central, get them back within 10.
And Dawson Brock, he torched Frankfort a season ago, had over 20 points in what was Benton Central's first win over the Hot Dogs in 10 straight meetings. Shot doesn't fall there for the Hot Dogs. Back the other way, here come the Bison. Here's Hardebeck with it. Trying to feed Brock again. This time the Hot Dog defense is respecting his shooting game. Dawson Brock, again, nothing doing. Dishes it out to Brummett. His shot from behind the arc doesn't fall. A big offensive rebound by Lambeck, and he's going to get a slap on the wrist from one of the Frankfort hot dogs down there, and that is going to be Victor Cruz picking up his second.
Victor Cruz, second foul. Frankfort's only third team foul here with 5:53 to go in the second quarter, so not many fouls against the Dogs so far. Victor to the bench, I believe, with those 2 fouls. No,
and
I'm
he's,
sorry.
He's staying in at the moment.
I apologize. He is in there.
Certainly right at that threshold of whether or not you want to keep him in or out. The three-pointer is way off there by Hardebeck. Frankfort has kept the Bison at arm's length here from the get-go. We've only had a tie. The Bison have not led so far. Long three is way off the mark there by Kirby. Bounces out of bounds. And on the delayed call there, the officials say it stays with the Hot Dogs. So here we see Ryan Foster check back in here for Benton Central. He's a player averaging 7 points per contest. He leads the team in assists with 53 coming into the ballgame. And along with that, you'll see Doug Wood check back in as well. Hot Dogs have to get it back across midcourt here as they'll reset the offense. And Kirby dribbles right there along the sideline, and that is a untimely turnover there by the Hot Dogs.
That's Frankfort's. Got Frankfort for 6 turnovers as well as Benton Central, so defense creating some opportunities here.
Certainly reflecting in the score, one of the more lower scoring affairs that both of these teams have seen so far here this season. Ryan Foster unloading from deep. And swarming in is Lambeck with the big offensive rebound, and that gives him a fresh offensive possession, and that pays off right there for the Bison as that's Hunter Sisson knocking it down from deep.
Yeah, good hustle on the rebound, as you mentioned there, from the Bison, give them an opportunity for a three-pointer and knock her down.
Now we see Strode working it down low, dishes it back outside. Russell with the big three off the bench.
Excellent. Good patience by Jay Strode, kicking it out for that open three-pointer.
The Hot Dogs are spreading out the scoring. So far I have 7 different players in the scorer's column, but what a shot there by Dawson Brock falling to the ground. He has a big 3 there.
His second three-pointer of the game.
And if I'm not mistaken here, Joe Rook, all of Benton Central's field goals have come from behind the arc. I do not have them for any shots inside the arc tonight.
I would concur with that because I don't show any two-pointers either.
They have 2 free throws.
2 free throws and the rest are three-pointers.
And then the rest are 5 3-pointers.
And I think like Frankfort's getting out on them. It's not like they're wide open three-pointers, so Frankfort hoping the Bison cool off a little bit from that arc. Nice indoor. Nice inbounds pass.
It was indoor nonetheless. Doug Wood gets in the scorer's column. He already had a made free throw tonight. That's his first field goal. 9-point lead here for the Hot Dogs. Foster going back and forth here again with Brock. And so far, Benton Central has just not been able to do anything down low tonight. Sisson tries again from deep, nearly gets the shooter's bounce, and it falls into the hands of Brock, and he's short on his attempt as well. And now we have a foul from behind on Benton Central. That's going to be Hunter Sisson picking up his first.
Well, the one thing we can see, Kurt, here on the replay, Benton Central goes hard to the offensive board. Frankfort's going to have to block out and stay in front of their guys. Benton Central coming in hard on the offensive rebounds.
Approaching the 3-minute mark here in quarter number 2. Working into the paint. Going off the glass is Perry. He can't get that to fall. Strode can't convert on the offensive rebound. Brock has no help. Instead, getting it back around the horn again. No dribbling at all there for Benton Central. 3 on the way from Foster doesn't go.
As you mentioned, Benton Central doing a good job moving that ball till they get their open shot.
Wood getting off of Brock there, gets it to Perry. And now Frankfort doing their own ball movement. Strode goes inside, and he's going to get fouled from behind there by Lambeck.
Benton Central doing a really good job trying to keep the ball out of Jay Strode's hand under there.
That's Benton Central's 7th personal foul here of the first quarter, so that puts Frankfort in the bonus here for the time being. Strode going to try and get into the scorers column tonight. And Strode does not earn a second foul shot. Foster inside, gets his pocket picked by Doug Wood, and it goes out of bounds off of Frankfort. It'll stay here with the Bison.
Frankfort showing good hands on the defensive end, unable to retain the possession there.
So the Bison with a fresh offensive possession here. Again, Ryan Foster going to take it out. Here's Lambeck, and still they cannot get a shot to fall from inside the arc. Splitting the defenders, Kai Kirby gets the and one with the finger roll, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's take another look at that. Let's see how he got that in there. I'm not real sure. Kind of flipped that upper.
That was exactly like the previous shot.
Couldn't ask for anything better, Kai Kirby.
He now has 9 points to lead all scorers here tonight. And he tries to make it 10, and he does. 2 for 2 on and one opportunities as Kai Kirby, largest lead of the ball game now here for Frankfort at 12 points. Here's Foster, kicks it back outside. And again, Benton Central can get it done from behind the arc with Widmer.
His third 3 of the night.
So in spite of the fact that Benton Central has not had a field goal from inside the arc, they have been able to at least keep things competitive here from behind the arc. That has been their saving grace as we get a foul coming up.
Benton Central showing how important that three-point shot can come into play. Jay Strode picked up his first foul there on a illegal pick, I believe.
And so that comes back the other way. So the Bison have 92 seconds here to try and cut into this lead as much as they can. Inside, Widmer kicks it back out. Foster unloads a 3. That's off the mark. Rebound falls into the hands of Kirby. Kai Kirby is having himself a night. Floater along the baseline doesn't go for Farley. Final minute, Foster off the glass, and they finally get one to go from inside.
There they go. 1 minute to go in the first half. They got the first 2-pointer.
And that cuts it back to a 7-point ball game. Cut inside by Strode. Gets the handle, has to kick it back out. Goes through the hands of Kirby, and that'll be a backcourt violation.
Benton Central, I'll mention again, doing an excellent job on Jay Strode. He is just not getting any good looks under there. Anytime he puts a ball on the floor, there's a couple hands in there after that ball.
Believe it or not here, Joe, we are watching some outside-in basketball here this evening.
Absolutely.
Usually you see a lot of inside-out talk from coaches.
I think you're right. I think Benton Central's working that ball around so they can kick it around to make sure they get an open three-pointer.
That is certainly what the Bison have been living and dying by so far here in this ball game. Final 30 seconds here, and Benton Central going to be doing the ever-so-coveted stall ball here to try and hold for the last shot. So Foster standing at midcourt. And now looks like he'll run the offense. Brock unloads with hands in his face. That does not go. A little bit too early there on that shot, I'd say. And now Frankfort has an opportunity.
2.9 for Frankfort. See if they can get anything out of this. Not much time.
2 seconds is plenty of time to get it down court, though. Unloading from deep, off the back of the iron. We almost had another amazing shot from Kai Kirby, but still it's been an amazing first quarter for the Frankfort Hot Dogs. They are on top by 7 points over Benton Central in 3A action here inside of Case Arena. We'll take a quick timeout. It's halftime here on the ISC Sports Network and the Hot Dog Network.
Finding affordable, quality reproductive health care isn't always easy. Did you know that there is now a family planning and reproductive health clinic in our area that is income-based? Services include Pap tests, breast cancer screenings, pregnancy tests, sexually transmitted infection and HIV testing, same-day birth control placement, filled prescriptions, and free condoms. Services are on an income-based sliding scale. Visit 1234 Rossville Avenue or call 659-6063 for more information or to schedule an appointment.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable. Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die. Inconceivable.
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable.
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
At Defining Looks on Sagamore Parkway North in Lafayette, talk to a specialist and discuss your specific needs for wigs or toppers. Defining Looks is committed to helping anyone experiencing hair loss to lead a normal lifestyle. Our wigs are of the highest quality, allowing us to customize to your personal style. Shop our large selection for your medical, cosmetic, or fashion needs. Confident, bold, and fashionable. Be your own kind of beautiful at Defining Looks. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram.
The offensive source in this quarter. Brady, hello, has the first down.
Smith tracks it down. Shot at the buzzer.
Sideline. He cuts it back. Can he get to the goal line? Stankham looks for his man and fell from the seat of his pants. Makes the grab. Johnson gets by that first wave. Bounces it outside. Johnson into the end zone. Touchdown, Warren Central.
Running a small business. Your hands are full. We can help. FiberHawk partners with local companies by providing business class internet, phone, TV, and customized bundles to meet your needs. Our fiber-powered system delivers reliable speed with enhanced security. Running a business is tough. Contact FiberHawk today and let our expert team give you a hand.
Hi there, I'm Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we do Query and Schultz on ISC Sports Network. And Derek, unlike Ted Lasso, we have a third season.
That's right. Season number 3 right now, ISCSportsNetwork.com. You can see episodes on Comcast 81 as well, Mondays at 7:30. I'm talking about our show, Jake, this beloved show that people tune into every single week. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, so many ways to watch Query and Schultz every Monday, 7:30. Tune in and hang out with us.
And you don't have to be a goldfish. You'll remember everything we say.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Neidig, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Welcome back here inside of Case Arena. Emma Pullian being recognized as a state champion in girls wrestling. Of course, that is a sport that the IHSAA is in the testing phase right now. But needless to say, the governing body right now testing it out. And needless to say, it's pretty awesome to see a state champion in our midst here for a budding sport here in the state of Indiana.
Absolutely. Good for her. Job well done. She deserves recognition.
Amongst all the other teams in the conference.
How about that?
So
that is something special right there.
So she won the conference in her weight division against the guys. Is that right?
I believe that is correct.
Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, it is.
Great. Well,
so there you go.
Kudos for her.
It just goes to show you how the sport is budding here in Indiana.
Absolutely.
Not only could she be a state champion in girls wrestling, she could be a state champion in, IHSAA wrestling right now.
Great.
That would be something great to see.
Well, she's obviously had a great year, so hats off and kudos to her.
Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Defining Looks Wigs Hair and Nail Salon, where they can assist you with a wig for your hair, that hair loss that needs due to COVID-19, as well any medical conditions such as cancer or age-related thinning hair. They are also certified in toppers, wigs for kids, and children with hair loss as well. Find them at defininglooks.com or on Facebook and Instagram. Also located at 311 Sagamore Parkway North in Lafayette. Well, Joe, let's go ahead and take a look at some replays here. Obviously, some big plays made by the Hot Dogs in that first half.
Absolutely. There you see Alex Farley getting off the Schneider early with that three-pointer. Frankfort's inside defense doing a good job there against Benton Central. Frankfort had a strong half on their defensive end, holding Benton Central to 22 points.
There you see Doug Wood getting in on the action as well. He has 5 points in that first half. But, of course, that right there here, Joe, has been something that Benton Central has been surviving on, three-point shooting.
Number 5, Joe Widmer there. He saw him knock down that three-pointer. And, again, this three-pointer here, he led the Bison the first half with 9 points. So that three-pointer kept Benton Central in the game. And as you mentioned, when that shot went in for Quincy Perry, the bank was open tonight for Frankfort.
Still, this guy, Kai Kirby, he has been unreal tonight. 10 points already, and the majority of those coming off of and-one opportunities like that one.
Absolutely. Kai putting his head down, getting to the basket, doing a great job.
And then Alex Farley, again, only a sophomore, getting the floater action going down low, and then Kai Kirby once again off of the backdoor cut.
Yeah.
He has been living down low all game long. Still, Dawson Brock, he has been somebody that has come off the bench, usually a starter.
Usually a starter. And we mentioned when the game was going on, we didn't know if he would play tonight, but he's got two three-pointers for the Bison. So, and here comes Russell off the bench, knocking down a Frankfort shot. Jay Strode showed excellent patience on that offensive possession. Took his time and kicked it out for the open look. Benton Central again, another three-pointer.
And another three-pointer.
And another three-pointer for the Bison.
Have been living behind the arc. In fact, Ashley, as we mentioned, it was only one 2-point field goal made all first half, by Benton Central. That was late in the second quarter by Ryan Foster. That brings us to the 29-22 mark here at the half. So, Joe, needless to say, what are you looking for going into the second half here?
Well, I think for Frankfort, you still need your defensive intensity that cannot lighten up. Maybe it'd be interesting to see if the coach does anything different with his defense with that good three-point shooting that Benton Central had in the first half. See if anything happens there. For Frankfort on the offensive end, keep working the ball around, getting all your different players involved as they have tonight and all season long. See how that goes for Frankfort. So I thought that was an excellent first half. Kurt, looking forward to the second half.
This is the 20th meeting between these two squads in the last 35 years. Frankfort leads the series in that span at 12-7. And again, 10 of those wins coming in a whole decade straight before Benton Central was able to get their first win in 10 meetings just a season ago against Frankfort. So the Hot Dogs trying to exact some revenge here in the final two quarters of this one. They're up 7 going to the second half. 3 on the way again here from Benton Central where they have been living. Lambeck can't convert here to get things going.
Frankfort's defense on that first possession to come out in that trapping zone stayed with it. See what the Dogs can get here in their first look.
Needless to say, I'm sure Benton Central discussed Kai Kirby during that halftime. Good defense on him there. So Frankfort going over to Cruz, who can't convert from deep. And a tip out of bounds, and good defense there by the sophomore Farley.
Absolutely getting his hand in the passing lane, knocking that ball out of bounds. Side out, Benton Central.
And Farley, one of these budding sophomores here for the Frankfort Hot Dogs that Coach Dave McCullough will have certainly to work with here going into the future. In fact, this is Dave McCullough's 4th different school that he will be coaching at here in his long career. There's a nice take there by Ryan Foster.
The second field goal of the evening.
Of course, Dave McCullough coaching at North Judson, Noblesville, and then stops at Shenandoah as well before coming here. He has 619 wins in his tenure, and he has never won a state championship. Hoping to break that stalemate here, needless to say, here with the Frankfort Hot Dogs. Shot doesn't fall there for Doug Wood. Benton Central with a full head of steam. Getting inside. Nice take here by Hardebeck. And he has to kick it back out. Loose ball. And they're going to get a tie-up. Possession arrow to the Hot Dogs.
Gotta love that effort there. Let's here we take a look at it. Number 25, Victor Cruz, flat out on the floor.
And that was just kind of a bad situation because Foster just basically lost his dribble. He couldn't pick it up without getting a double dribble called on him.
First turnover of the half for Benton Central. They had 6 turnovers in that first half. Frankfort 7.
So that puts both teams on par with 7 turnovers apiece. Still, it's a 5-point ball game. Benton Central slowly chipping away here at the Hot Dogs' lead. Cruz gets flushed out of the midcourt, and he is stolen in here by Lambeck. And he's double-teamed down low. They're going to get a foul coming up here on Kirby, it appears. And indeed, that is the case. First foul on Kirby, first of the half here for Frankfort.
Benton Central, very stingy man-to-man defense against Frankfort. Frankfort had troubles with that in the first half, and so far in the second half, Benton Central getting after him on the defensive end.
Slowing things down here are the Bison. Foster looking for his opening. He thinks he has it. Instead, it closes right back up with Wood. And that's another turnover there for Benton Central. Nearly turned over by the Hot Dogs. Wide open in the corner. Quincy Perry knocks down a clutch 3 there.
Good look for Kai Kirby.
Give the assist to Kai Kirby.
Number 11, Perry. Big three-pointer for the Hot Dogs.
First bucket made here for the Hot Dogs here in this second half. And once again, Ryan Foster going to slow things down. Right to the rim goes Lambeck, and he can't convert. Cruz tried to take a charge there, and now a steal in transition. Blocked there by Cruz. And Hardebeck comes away with his own rebound.
Great hustle by Cruz. Didn't give up on the play. Stayed with it for Frankfort.
From outside, the three is short from Sisson. Another offensive rebound by Benton Central. But they cough it up, and they're going to get a tie-up again. This time it goes to the Bison. Take a look at this block again.
Nice defense by Cruz. Getting his hand stretched out there, blocking that shot. Boy, I am impressed with Benton Central. Anytime there's a shot going up, the offensive rebound, man, they are after it.
You know, that's one thing I've noticed. They haven't been able to score down low, but they have certainly been getting a lot of offensive rebounds. Foster back and forth. He unloads it from deep, and what a shot there by Ryan Foster.
That's from the twilight zone there, Ryan Foster.
That was almost a 30-footer. Halfway home here in quarter number 3. Looking inside, nice take by Wood, and he gets the scooper to go. 7 points for Doug Wood.
Doug Wood showing good hands, good strength there, getting the ball inside, up for 2.
Football score 34-27 here for the Frankfort Hot Dogs. Up top again, Lambeck kicks it back out. Foster again from deep. Off the mark that time. And Lambeck going over the back there for the offensive rebound.
Man, Kurt, I just can't stress enough the importance for Frankfort to find those guys, the Benton Central players on the shot, and block out because they are coming hard for the rebounds.
That's going to be the second on Aaron Lambeck, so it looks like he's going to take a preventative seat here for the time being. Well, actually, no, they're going to take out Plummer and keep Lambeck in the ballgame. Wood leaves it up top. Cruz steps back instead, takes it in, makes the extra pass, and a few more. Farley drains it from the charity stripe.
Very nice move by Alex Farley. Passed that three-pointer, got a couple dribbles in there. Good shot.
Foster from the elbow. A little too strong on that shover. And back the other way we go.
Big possession here for Frankfort. Opportunity to push it back up to double digits.
Kai Kirby trying the finger roll down the middle of the lane. Doesn't go this time, but he earns 2 free throws. Kai Kirby has been fun to watch tonight.
I really, really admire his aggressiveness going to the basket. Good shot. Kai Kirby knocks down his 3rd free throw this evening.
He is 3 for 3. Again, Kai Kirby averaging about 12 points per contest. He's only shooting 67% on the season from the charity stripe.
The Dogs not shooting very strong. I got them down for 59% for the year from the free throw line. Need to improve on that.
Well, they're certainly doing that. In fact, as a team now, they've only missed 2 foul shots out of 8 taken. So that's certainly a good percentage. Timeout taken here by Benton Central. And it's going to be a 30-second timeout, I believe. It is indeed. We'll keep it right here on the Hot Dog Network. So while we have a moment, Mulberry Telecommunications certainly offers service in Mulberry, Dayton, rural Lafayette, rural Frankfort, and other communities in Clinton and Tippecanoe County. If you want to find out if your neighborhood has Mintel fiber, well, check it out at mintel.net to get started. Mulberry Telecommunications, the best gig in town. Once again, alongside Joe Rook, I am Kurt Darling. Joe, needless to say, I have to ask, because obviously you played here back in your high school days as well. Is it ever not fun to just be inside of this historic basketball arena?
I have not found that to be the case. I've always enjoyed coming back, whether it's large crowd, small crowd, whatever. It's just, it's hard I think as a player to come here and play that you wouldn't have an enjoyable experience playing in Case Arena. A great facility, It's a good shooter's gym, so, yeah, I enjoy coming back anytime.
Named after Everett N. Case, of course, who began his coaching career at the ripe old age of 19 years old, if you can believe it. 3 on the way, doesn't go for Sisson.
Good box out, Frankfort getting that rebound.
Two minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Cruz into the lane. Can't quite have the angle, but Kirby left wide open for a big tray. 15 points for Kai Kirby.
Kai's first three-pointer of the night. Good assist, Victor Cruz.
Kirby had a season high of 21 points in Frankfort's loss to Tipton back early in the season, and another turnover committed here by Benton Central. Kirby trying to get to that 21-point mark here tonight. He can certainly try and do that as he gets shoved to the ground there on another foul. He'll go back to the line. Third foul of the half here on Benton Central. That will put Kirby back at the line for 2. Actually, no, it'll be a shooting foul. It was not a shooting foul.
Couldn't tell if that was going to be if they're going to give him the shot or not. I guess on the floor.
So instead, a fresh offensive possession here for the Hot Dogs. Still has the second foul on Caden Hardebeck here, as Kirby puts that off of the foot of Seth Plummer, and he'll get another inbound.
Both teams playing aggressive defense, but only 4 fouls called here in this quarter. Benton Central 3, Frankfort 1.
Tough inbound taken by Doug Wood, and the cut doesn't go for Quincy Perry, but Cruz bails him out. And this time Wood goes down low, and he'll get fouled. Actually, that was Wood, taking a hard hit to the deck.
A lot of action there. A lot of stuff going on. We didn't get a basket, but Doug Wood opportunity for 2 free throws.
And this time they call it a shooting foul. Doug Wood having a good game quietly here tonight. He has 7 points. And he'll tack on 8 right there.
Doug Wood, one of those glue guys, you might say, does a little bit of everything for Frankfort. Very valuable to have on the floor.
Had a season high of 11 points against Pioneer earlier this season. Second shot doesn't fall there for Wood. Inside the last minute of the half here in quarter number 3. And another turnover by Benton Central. That has really been a sticking point tonight for the Bison. Kirby meanders his way down the court, but he can't finish. And tipped out of bounds off of Frankfort.
A little bit of contact there. Kai Kirby might have had an opportunity. I think the officials kind of let that go. Maybe he was a bit out of control. Did not call a foul on that one. Ball to Benton Central.
Both these teams kind of in the same boat when it comes to the postseason tournament. In fact, Frankfort has not won a sectional since 2013. Well, Benton Central hasn't won a sectional since 2002. It's been 22 years since the Bison have tasted success in the postseason, but they can certainly do it right there with efforts like that in Hunter Sisson.
Good look inside by Benton Central and a great shot by Sisson.
Final 30 seconds here of quarter number 3. And Frankfort may hold for the last shot here unless they get pressured into it by Benton Central.
Coach McCullough definitely calling out for the last shot for Frankfort.
Cruz dumps it off, has Perry in and out of there of the cylinder. Here's Benton Central with an opportunity. Up top, Sisson unloads, and that's way off the mark. A little too quick on that release, but still, Frankfort has really opened it up here, 42-29, going to quarter number 4 here on the ISC Sports Network and the Hot Dog Network.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable! Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die. Inconceivable!
To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99.
Inconceivable!
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
Getting set for quarter number 4 here on the Hot Dog Network alongside Joe Rook. I'm Kurt Darling. Joe, needless to say, that was an excellent quarter there by the Frankfort Hot Dogs, outscoring Benton Central 14-7 to extend the lead from halftime.
14-7. Big part of that, Kurt. We've been talking about the turnovers. Benton Central had them down for 4 turnovers that quarter, total of 10 so far this game. Both teams are after each other on the defensive end, so Benton Central 10 turnovers, Frankfort 8 so far for this game. Frankfort starting the fourth quarter with a 42-29 advantage.
Of course, when we're comparing turnovers, it's just appeared to me that, when Frankfort turns the ball over, it's really been in a concerted effort. Benton Central has really had some sloppy turnovers tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think Frankfort's been able to cash in a few times on those turnovers. So here we go for the fourth quarter, Kurt. Frankfort need to maintain the momentum here. I see Jay Strode in the game here starting the fourth. I don't believe he got in that third quarter.
He didn't. I do not remember him playing much there in the third quarter. So, needless to say, Jay Strode getting some minutes here in quarter number 4 down low to try and bust things open even more. But Benton Central not going to go away without a fight, as Foster is very patient there. And the Bison will reset again. Foster pulls up from the elbow. Nice J there.
Foster passed up a 3, a little closer with the 2, knocks her down. Good start to the quarter for the Bison.
Frankfort looking to go above 500 for the first time this season with a win here today. Cruz from the corner.
Good patience by the Hot Dogs, finding the open Victor Cruz in the corner.
Trying to answer is Foster from deep. He knows how to knock it down.
Holy cow. That's his second from deep out there.
He has hit 2 3-pointers tonight, all from at least 30 feet away from the bucket. Turnover by Frankfort. Here's an advantage for Brummett back on the other end. Can Foster do it again? Nothing there. And the putback doesn't go for Plummer, but it looks like he got fouled.
I think Foster was a little too close on his 3-pointer. He's used to being out a little bit further.
So, yeah, he was a little bit, he didn't have it quite dialed in.
Yeah. But, again, Benton Central one more time showing their strength on the offensive glass opportunity for 2 free throws.
Just a slight touch of the skin there by Doug Wood puts Seth Plummer at the line here for 2 foul shots. He misses the first. Plummer has yet to score tonight. In fact, Plummer doesn't score much at all this season, really. He only averages 2.5 per contest. But an offensive rebound off the miss, and Sisson is able to convert.
Frankfort did not block out on Sisson there. Cost him.
It's a 7-3 swing right now for Benton Central to start this fourth quarter, and Dave McCullough recognizes it. He's going to take a timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll take one with them. 6:34 left to go here in quarter number 4. Back in a moment here on the ISC Sports Network and the Hot Dog Network.
Running a small business. Your hands are full. We can help. FiberHawk partners with local companies by providing business-class internet, phone, TV, and customized bundles to meet your needs. Our fiber-powered system delivers reliable speed with enhanced security. Running a business is tough. Contact FiberHawk today and let our expert team give you a hand.
Be sure to stay connected to the ISC Sports Network all season long by downloading the ISC Sports Network app from your favorite app stores and watch all the games live or from the archives. ISC Sports Network, live and local, lives here. Also, this broadcast is a partnership between the Hot Dog Network and the ISC Sports Network. Also, a big shout out tonight to our student crew doing an excellent job tonight. As always, you can find more on the Hot Dog Network YouTube page. Alongside Joe Rook, I'm Kurt Darling. Joe, needless to say, the Hot Dogs, they just need to finish this thing out.
They do. I think you made a great point right before we went to the break there. Coach McCullough noticed that the Benton Central had picked up the pace, the intensity just a little bit, got a timeout there trying to get things regrouped.
So Frankfort still has 3 timeouts to their credit. And meanwhile, Frankfort trying to cut it right to the basket there with Wood. And he goes to the floor for a foul.
You're not going to get any good free open looks going to the basket against Benton Central. They're going to collapse hard on you.
And in like manner, Benton Central is not going to get a whole lot of open looks on the other end from Frankfort. It has been a very outside-in looking type of game here in this one.
Big free throw by Doug Wood keeps it a 10-point lead there for Frankfort.
But he misses the second one. He is now 50% at the line tonight at 3 for 6. Hardebeck dumps it off to Brumette. And now Foster gets that pass tipped out of bounds by Cruz. And it'll stay here with the Bison. And there you see Victor Cruz once again. He's only played 6 games this season. He has a season high of 10 points back against Tipton. So far he has 7 tonight.
I think Victor's done a fine job for Frankfort tonight, showing good hustle, good intensity, getting his hands in the passing lane. 25 doing a good job for Frankfort.
Unloading from deep again. This time is Widmer. We have not said his name much here in this second half. He misses that one. Foster outside, Sisson again, and he hits from the corner. That was a big three-pointer for Benton Central.
Brings it down to 7-point lead.
The Bison are not going quietly in this one. Another turnover, pushing it ahead to Dawson Brock. He doesn't get the shot to fall, and he'll draw the foul.
Costly turnover there by Frankfort. Leads to a break by the Bison. Going to get an opportunity for 2 free throws here.
That was an awkward landing right there for Dawson Brock. Again, he's been nursing that right ankle. You may notice the ankle brace.
Yes.
There on his foot. He did not start tonight. He is a regular starter here for Benton Central, but Coach Lambeck keeping him out on a pitch count here tonight to try and nurse that injury to the postseason. Meanwhile, another timeout here taken by Coach McCullough of Frankfort. It's going to be a 30-second timeout here taken by the Frankfort Hot Dogs. So if you're Coach Lambeck in this situation here for Benton Central, what are you telling your team? Obviously, they have the momentum on their side, at least somewhat anyway.
Absolutely.
It's down to a 6-point game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, with 5 minutes, 49 seconds to go, a 6-point game. Got one more free throw here for Dawson Brock. Chance to get it to 5. Ton of time. Tell them to keep up your intensity on the defensive end. Frankfort kind of has a tendency to do some turnovers, so a lot of time, a lot of chance here yet for Benton Central. Good opportunity. It's going to be a 5-point game after this free throw, so a lot of game left to go here.
And there you see Coach McCullough coaching up his team. In fact, here's an interesting stat. Coach McCullough in his 39-year history has only ever had 1 losing season.
Wow.
That is impressive.
That is impressive.
And needless to say, I don't think he's about to start now.
No.
Brock misses the second foul shot, and going for the rebound was Aaron Lambeck, and it looks like we got a foul here on Frankfort.
You sure do. Once again, Frankfort failing to block out on a free throw. I think that's about the 3rd time Benton Central's got the rebound off a missed free throw. Frankfort's 4th team foul in the game, or in this second half.
So both teams being mindful of the bonus here. It might become a factor here down the stretch. Foster into the corner. Sisson tries again and hits. Hunter Sisson with back-to-back threes, and that makes it a 3-point ball game.
Sisson's found his little hot spot there in that corner.
Benton Central trying to go for 2 in a row against Frankfort in back-to-back seasons. Doug Wood can't hit it from deep. But we have a foul on the other end, and it is going to be a costly one against Frankfort. That is Victor Cruz's 3rd. Actually, that is his 4th. So Coach McCullough instead going to take Strode out of the ball game, leaving Cruz in for the time being. And it looks like he's going to put Strode back in here at the next dead ball. Farley Gets the steal, but he coughs it up in transition. Back-to-back turnovers. Sisson open again. This time he can't convert, but the putback goes for Lambeck.
Again, hate to keep harping on it. Offensive rebounds. Benton Central doing damage against the Hot Dogs.
Frankfort only has one field goal in this quarter. It was a made three by Victor Cruz. That is it. But a big clutch three-pointer there by Perry.
Perry knocking a huge three-pointer down out of the corner for the Hot Dogs.
That breaks a minor scoring drought there for Frankfort. Foster off the double team. He and Brock playing some catch in the forecourt. Splitting the defense. Sisson wanted to try it again. He didn't do it.
I think Frankfort needs to know where he is, number 33.
There's a big steal by Perry. Pushing it ahead now underneath Kirby, and he'll go to the line.
Kai Kirby once again taking the philosophy here. Head down, we go to the basket, see if we can draw some contact.
Just a little bit of body right there from Joe Widmer. That'll be his second. Kai Kirby having a superb night, both shooting the free throws and from the court. He's a perfect 5 for 5 at the charity stripe.
We'll make a little amendment there to that. We're not trying to jinx Kai Kirby here at all. 5 for 5, we're going for 6 for 6, Kai.
Broadcasters jinx be damned.
Yeah.
6 for 6 is Kai Kirby. That stretches it back out to a 6-point ball game.
Frankfort changing up that zone a little bit. Going to put Strode out on top, see if he can create a little problems with some height.
Brock unloads. He's short. Final 4 minutes here. Frankfort again in kind of a survive and advance mode here in this one, with Benton Central really clamping down. Farley underneath. Wood gets hit hard from behind. And that is team foul number 7 on Benton Central. That is a 1-and-1 coming here for Doug Wood.
Nothing easy under there tonight, Kurt. Going to have to earn him from the free throw line.
That's also the 3rd foul on Dawson Brock. So Doug Wood, again a 50% shooter tonight here. And he earns another one right there. And needless to say, as Coach Mike Woodson of the Indiana Hoosiers said earlier this season, you have to make your free throws. After all, they are free.
That's good point. Good point.
Now's as good a time as any to pull that little nugget. And again, 50-50 right there is Doug Wood. But the offensive rebound almost falls to Frankfort. It goes out of bounds. And the official, conferring with his counterpart, gives that one to Benton Central. We'll take a look at this.
See that on the replay. I think that got the BC guy as he was out of bounds, but
that is awfully close.
That's not what the guy with the striped shirt says. He says that's Benton Central ball, and that's the one that counts.
Timeout here taken by Benton Central. Probably a very wise one here by the Bison to kind of regroup. It's a full timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. 3:33 left to go in a good one here inside of Case Arena. Back in a moment here on the Hot Dog Network.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
Well, the scoring has picked up just a little bit here for Frankfort of late, but it has been a hot fourth quarter here for Benton Central. They have cut it back down to a 7-point lead. It was as little as 3 at one point.
Got it down to 3. Yeah,
Frankfort holding their own right now.
Got to build it back up to 7. Benton Central's got the ball here. 3 minutes, 33 seconds to go. 52-45 Frankfort. I think we're in for a great finish here tonight. This game, I think, has been everything we thought it might be. So,
and just a quick check of the game reset here right now. The possession arrow favors Benton Central. Meanwhile, Frankfort is in the 1-1 bonus.
See what Frankfort does is stiff, staying in that zone, brought Strode out on top, trying to change up a little look here, maybe creating a little bit of problem for Benton Central.
Foster tries to slip it inside. They're going to get a kickball here off of Strode, so that is not a turnover. It'll stay here with Benton Central. And so the Bison will try it again. Foster taking his time once again. Getting a little bit of help there from Lambeck. Right now, Benton Central cannot get much ball movement anywhere outside of the forecourt. And again, Foster's going to try and break the stalemate. It doesn't go, but a big rebound by Widmer. Foster will try again. Tries to scoop it to Lambeck. It goes out of bounds. And another turnover by the Bison.
Good job on the defensive end by the Hot Dogs. I think on these last two possessions, I think putting Strode out on top on that zone has caused Benton Central a little bit of problem.
Benton Central has not been able to have any sort of post presence tonight. It has all been shooting from behind the arc, or at least close to that regard. And free throw shooting. That has been the extent of their scoring. Here's Doug Wood. Around the horn corner to Farley. Strode. Outside again. Frankfort having to play keep away. They finally cough it up. Lambeck coming away with it. He's going to get harassed. And they're going to call a foul here. This time it's going to be Strode getting a little slap on the wrist there to Lambeck.
Hate to see that, picking up that foul that far away from the basket. No, they're not going to score from there.
But it is one that they can afford to give up. That is only team foul number 6, so there are no free throws coming off of that. But now both teams in the bonus from here on out. Foster and Brock again playing some pitch and catch in the forecourt. In the corner, Widmer has to jump up and get that one. He loses his opening. Widmer again has the opening in the corner, and a big three by Joe Widmer. That's now 12 points for him, all his points from behind the arc.
Benton Central got the shot they wanted there on that three-pointer. Let's see what Frankfort can do to counter.
Underneath, Strode, blocked off of the glass by Brock, but they're going to say Brock got a little bit of skin with that one.
Frankfort doing a good job breaking that pressure, getting a good look there for Strode. Strode's got to be, you hate to see, be a little stronger with that ball, muscle that up through there to see if he can get a chance for the basket and harm there, but 2 free throws.
In fact, talking with Coach McCullough earlier this week, he actually said sometimes he wishes that Strode would have a little bit more of a motor down low. That's kind of an instance where you would certainly like to see that.
Strode knocking down that free throw for his first point this evening.
Again, Strode coming off the bench tonight. Did not get the start. He's usually one of the big guys on the starting lineup for this Hot Dog squad. And Strode goes 1 of 2. 5-point game here. Benton Central still not out of this yet.
A lot of time left.
Widmer almost left open in the corner again. This time Lambeck again can't handle it. It's going to be a jump ball, and the arrow will favor Benton Central. At least that's what the call appears to be on the floor.
Officials are concurring. Maybe we have a foul. I think,
and it's going to be a foul. That's going to be against Quincy Perry, it appears. Picking up his first, team foul number 7.
1-1 for Benton Central coming up here.
And that will certainly be a factor down the stretch now, with both teams having to make their free throws. What amounts to the equivalent of penalty kicks in soccer. Free throw shooting. Back and forth we go.
Big miss there. Lambeck, Frankfort boxed out and got the rebound. They've had trouble with that this evening on the offensive rebounding for the free throws.
The Bison now are 1 of 5 free throws taken in this fourth quarter. And, of course, 5 points is now the difference in this ball game. So
Frankfort going to have to be strong with the basketball here to finish out the game.
I don't think he gets stronger than that right there. Victor Cruz with a big shot right there for the Hot Dogs. Cuts it back out to a 7-point game. And another timeout taken here by the Bison.
You are right. That was a big possession by Frankfort.
Full timeout here by Benton Central. We'll take one quick timeout with them. Back in a moment here. 62 seconds left to go here on the Hot Dog Network.
At Defining Looks on Sagamore Parkway North in Lafayette, talk to a specialist and discuss your specific needs for wigs or toppers. Defining Looks is committed to helping anyone experiencing hair loss to lead a normal lifestyle. Our wigs are of the highest quality, allowing us to customize to your personal style. Shop our large selection for your medical, cosmetic, or fashion needs. Confident, bold, and fashionable. Be your own kind of beautiful at Defining Looks. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram.
There you see the Benton Central Bison being coached up by Coach Ben Lambeck in his second season as the head coach here of the Bison. Needless to say, what do you think he's telling his team right now here down 7?
Minute 2 to go. I'm sure he's telling these guys, hey, we need to get a good shot. We don't have to hurry necessarily, but we do got to be quick with the ball, get it where we want to be if they're looking for a three-pointer or if they'll go at Frankfort hard. Now that they're shooting 1-to-1, Kurt, that they might try to draw a foul and get to the free throw line.
7-point difference, 62 seconds left in the ball game. Definitely a sense of urgency here if you are a Bison player, especially since the Bison are looking to avoid going into a little bit of a slump right here. Again, they've lost 2 of their last 3 games after starting the season 11-2. Sisson in the corner. That goes off the corner of the backboard. And Strode's going to be fouled right there as the Bison will be entering survival mode now to stop the clock.
Coach McCullough doing a little different thing there. Came out man-to-man. That time the first man-to-man Frankfort's played tonight. It's been a zone all evening, so changing up a little bit there.
Frankfort looking to hold on to get their 7th win of the season here today. Again, that would be the first time they're above 500 all season long as Strode earns a second foul shot.
Strode's second point of this evening, obviously both from the free throw line, trying to get number 3 here.
And Strode misses the back half. 50 seconds left to go here for the Bison. Foster unloads from deep, and they're going to say he was fouled by Jay Strode. That will put Foster at the line for 3 shots.
Wow, oh boy, I'd like to see that again.
That was awfully close.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at this again.
Let's see what we go here. Hands up.
Just a slight, maybe a little bit of body down low.
Wasn't
I have no clue. That was not a lot to warrant a foul right there on that one. Either way, Foster converts the front third of these 3 foul shots he'll be taking. And he makes the second as well. Foster averaging 7 points a contest. He shoots 66% from the charity stripe. You wouldn't think to know it with how he shot the 3 ball tonight.
No. Good looking shot.
Two of 3. Here comes Kai Kirby. Trying to play keep away here from the Bison to run down the clock. Perry gets it to Strode. Backdoor cut to Farley, and what a sequence that was!
Holy moly. I don't think that's how you drew it up.
I think that's what we see when talent mixes with just pure dumb luck.
Jiminy Christmas.
That was insane. Meanwhile, we have a foul on the other end here by Frankfort.
I want to get caught back up here to where we are, but you have to understand that last possession, that ball was like a pinball machine being bounced around, and you thought, sure, Frankfort was going to lose possession. Lo and behold, they got a layup and an 8-point lead here, 23 seconds to go. Benton Central chance, 2 points here at the free throw line.
Well, for the final 23 seconds, Frankfort going to be playing without the services of Victor Cruz. That is his 5th foul, so he is done for the night. He finishes with 9 points.
Thought Victor did many good things for Frankfort tonight.
So Aaron Lambeck at the line, and he misses. And a quick foul right off of the inbound there against Benton Central.
Big miss for Benton Central. They're on their free throw now. Kai Kirby needs to come down and knock down 2 for Frankfort.
Double bonus now for Frankfort, so they get 2 foul shots from here on out. And who better to have than Kai Kirby at the charity stripe here today. He has not hit a field goal here in this 4th quarter. In fact, he only has 1 field goal made all second half. That is a 3-ball that he had in the 3rd quarter after he seemingly couldn't miss in the 1st half. And he can't miss at the charity stripe tonight.
Doing a fine job, Kai Kirby at the free throw line.
Well, the Frankfort Hot Dogs, if this result holds, this would certainly be a good result going in to their next matchup coming up tomorrow night against Clinton Central. That'll be right down the road for what amounts to a road game here for Frankfort.
County rival. You never know what happens there with those games.
Foster back the other way. Lambeck off the glass, and he gets fouled from behind right there by Farley. Certainly like the effort there from the sophomore.
Yep. You might say, gee, maybe don't foul, keep that clock running for Frankfort, but that's not what happened.
And Lambeck again having a tough time at the charity stripe.
2 misses in a row for Aaron.
So as for Benton Central, they're going to be staying on the road again where they've pretty much been living all season long. But they'll have a week off after tonight's game. They'll be taking on Seeger on January 27th. Before they continue conference play later on against Rensselaer Central. That'll be a game on the road as well. But they also play in the Hoosier Conference, which is one of the rare conferences in the state that actually does a postseason tournament amongst themselves.
That's interesting. Did not know that.
Yes, they do. They have an East and West division, and they end up playing the Hoosier Conference playoffs. That'll be coming up on February 17th.
How about that? Coming into tonight's game, Benton Central, I noticed, was 3-0 in their conference. So
they are.
They're doing well so far. So,
and of course,
they be one of the favorites, I would assume, in the conference.
They along with Tipton as well, who are also 3-0 in their division. And almost an identical record as well coming into tonight anyway. Tipton is 10-3, while Benton Central 11-4. So the final 14 seconds here need to tick off as Kai Kirby will go back to the line again.
Frankfort 61-51 leaders, 14 seconds to go here. It should be in the driver's seat. Barring anything crazy.
And Kai Kirby makes 1 of 2 right there. He had his first miss at the charity stripe today. Foster goes way short there on that shot from deep. And now Frankfort just has to keep making foul shots here in the final 8 seconds.
Well, I would say that Frankfort would be obviously, I think, very, very happy with this victory tonight. Coming down the stretch, they were a little shaky at times with the ball, kind of bouncing around a bit, got a couple good breaks, a couple good bounces, but able to keep their head above the water.
And this certainly says something about Frankfort as well, because Benton Central, you know, they are not a bad team, 11-4 on the season. In fact, I was actually kind of surprised to see that Benton Central not ranked in any of the polls in spite of the fact that they play a pretty tough schedule.
Absolutely. I concur with that, yeah. They are a solid team. They're not going to lose many more games.
So this is a statement win here for Frankfort, who has had a lot of struggles over the last few seasons. Final score, 62-51. Frankfort moving to 7-6 on the season. They are above 500 for the first time this year as head coach Dave McCullough gets his 620th win as a head coach. in high school basketball. A great effort tonight here by the Hot Dogs, Joe Rook.
Very good. I concur with that. Frankfort played very well. Benton Central, strong-nosed, very physical team. Great win, 62-51 for Frankfort. Puts them at 7-6, game over 500. Game tomorrow out at Clinton Central. Chance to get another two-win weekend for the Hot Dogs. See what happens tomorrow, but a great effort by Frankfort tonight.
Indeed it has been. Final score once again, 62-51. The Hot Dogs knock off the Bison here on the Hot Dog Network. Joe, privilege working with you tonight, my friend.
I appreciate it, Kurt. I enjoy it thoroughly. Thank you much.
Special thanks to the Hot Dog Network for having me out here tonight as well. It's always fun to work with you guys. Final score again, 62-51. You have been watching Hot Dog Basketball here on the ISC Sports Network and the Hot Dog Network. So long, everybody.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
Offensive source in this quarter. Brady, hello, has the first dunk. Smith tracks it down. Shot at the buzzer. Sideline. He cuts it back. Can he get to the goal line? Stankham looks for his man and fell from the seat of his pants. Makes the grab. Johnson gets by that first wave. Bounces it outside. Johnson into the end zone. Touchdown, Lawrence Central.